Behold, children are a heritage from the Lord, the fruit of the womb a reward. So what does that mean? It's Psalm 127:3 for anyone who wants to go run to their Bible and check it out, because it's a really good verse, especially if you're a parent. It's a good verse to reflect on over and over and over again. It's pretty black and white that it says children are a reward. But I often observe many different mothers and fathers who look at their children as an obligation and as a possession. And they start to resent them, like they lost their youth, and the whole time they're raising their children, they're just trying to regain that youth, and they acquire this resentment because of that. And then where do you go from there? It's clearly very difficult for people to come back from that, because once you start resenting your child and looking at them that way, it's gonna be a tough road from there. So I think my point here is to show people that it doesn't have to be that way. And if you can realize what the impact of you loving your child the way that God loved us, it's a big deal, because at some point you have to make that decision. Are you going to receive your child as the reward that God gave them to us as, or are you going to reject them? Are you going to reject them? Are you going to look at them as this obligation, as this possession? Are you going to use them? Are you going to use them, to hurt other people? Are you going to use them in ways that hurt them and not have any remorse about it? Because that is what that type of rejection will breed. I've seen it a lot in different occupations that I've had. I've seen it personally. I see it a lot currently in the situations that I am observing as a stepmom. And the fact is, it's sad when you cannot receive your child as the reward that God gave you. And I can fully understand if, you're not a Christian, you don't read the Bible, you think it's poppycock, whatever. I can see not wanting to believe it because it comes from this book that you don't believe in. But at the end of the day, we all love our children, no matter who we are. We love our children. That is something biologically implanted in us. We love our children differently, whatever that looks like, whether we receive them or reject them. We love them because we, as humans, that's just what we do. We try to love them however we know how to do it. However, that choice is given to us not only, just randomly. It's not random. God gives us this reward, and then He expects us to do the things that warrant this beautiful, miraculous reward. And when we receive that, we are receiving the unconditional love that God has for us on a daily basis. No matter what we do, we are loved by those babies, by those little people. And that is a miracle, because that is the type of love that God gives us. So this reward is literally God saying, here you go. No matter who you are, no matter what you're doing, you are being given this chance to realize and accept and nurture this unconditional love. So if you're able to do that, you're able to grow as a mother, as a father, as a man, as a woman. If you're able to do that and receive your child and grow based off of who God intends you to be because of this reward that He has given you, your life is going to flourish. I promise you, because no matter what you've been through, no matter who you've been, personally, I've been a person I'm not proud of, and I've witnessed things that only come from nightmares. And I've experienced things that only come to people in their nightmares. So if you ask me how I know, I'd be happy to tell you, and I can definitely make a video about the personal experiences that I have. I'd love to do that if this video goes viral. But this idea of receiving or rejecting your child based off of the reward that is spoken about in the Bible, just obvious reward, whether you believe it or not, in the Bible, in God, in Jesus, whether you believe any of that. It is a reward. They do love you unconditionally. Are you deserving of it? That is the question. Are you deserving of this unconditional love? Because whether you believe that God has that love for you or not, you can see it through your children, no matter who you are, no matter what path you're on, you can see it. And if you're able to see it, I promise you, you'll see God too. You will see how real it is if you can actively accept your child and love them the way that we're meant to and nurture them. I 100% believe this because I see it. I see both sides of it. And I think it's a really big, not issue, but it's just something that is overlooked, something that burdens people, this idea that your child's an obligation and you have to alter your life around them, that it's this burden, but it's not. When you start to do that, you start to follow the path of unconditional love. You want to be more like them. You want to see your actions reflect in them differently because you can see the negative things, whether they yell or they can't regulate their emotions. All of these things, they come from what we teach them. So one day when they're grown up, if we've accepted them as the reward that they are and as the individuals that they are and the beautiful responsibility that they are to us, they are going to thrive as adults. They are going to know Jesus. They are going to know goodness, whatever it looks like. They're going to know that. They're going to thrive. They're going to be able to overcome whatever comes at them. Because again, I have also done that, and I'm not boasting or bragging because the things I've gone through, I am grateful for because I have learned from them and I can help other people understand the goodness in this world in spite of all of that darkness. So whether you're a mom or a dad or a sister or a brother, whoever you are, I might have some answers for you and I might have some insight, and I'm really hoping that this TikTok account can go somewhere because these ideas that I feel like I have a lot of them, and I always can connect these ideas to my faith in the Lord, and I can always connect them to a Bible verse. No matter what I'm dealing with, the Bible has an answer. And again, I'm not trying to preach to anybody. It is my job as a disciple of God to share his word, and I really want to do that, but I also am hoping that I can be someone that you can start a conversation with, and someone that maybe gets you thinking, maybe someone that gets you a little more comfortable with reading the Bible, maybe someone that just gets you a little more comfortable with, accepting the things you can't change, which again, we could do a whole other video on that. But I'm hoping people see this, and I'm hoping you guys give me ideas, and I'm hoping you like this. I am also going to be sewing a scarf during my videos because I'm working on a scarf right now. So I really hope that this can be start of something, because I really want to share these ideas with other people and start a conversation that I think we all need to be involved in. So I hope you have a truly blessed day. Thank you for watching me.